fucking. I've never seen it.
Do we have? Can we start the show with pyrotechnics? Do we have any?
Do we start
have
off?
any pyrotechnics to start the show?
Jesus Christ!
Can we pump in Real American before we start?
Can we do that? Can we do that? You know what? Like, this is like, they were walking out at that fucking memorial event like the Cowboys were covering them in defense, just wide open, laughing, dancing. They got anything they fucking wanted. Jesus Christ. My Dallas, Courtney, what the fuck? Has the Dallas defense been, I don't know if they've ever been this fucking shitty. I'm going to say it. Micah Parsons wasn't going to fucking help what happened yesterday. No. They were fucking, why
are you putting CD Lamb in the backfield?
I don't know.
Who's doing that?
Shoddy. That's genius.
Who's doing that? Now you've lost him for like 3 weeks with a high ankle sprain.
Yes,
here's
always
what
smart.
I have to say about that whole thing is I don't know who's more demented that when Trump says he's getting $17 trillion of investment in the country.
Right.
Jerry Jones, after the game yesterday, says we have a playoff squad. I mean, right then, and the wife should just walk Jerry out, put him in the special bus.
Was that his? Was that his? The U.S. is the hottest country in the world. Was that his same?
That was his moment. That was his moment.
Cowboys are a playoff squad.
Is this a reality? Is this a reality TV show? Do we take Jerry Jones and Donald Trump and just put them on a bus and just the dementia tour and just have them just drive around the country? Jerry Jones and Trump just bullshitting to each other 24/7.
Right. And they have been able, and I told you he talks on a third grade level, so he just throws a huge number out there. 17 trillion.
1,500%. They're coming down. 1,500%.
Dropping 1,500%.
Drug prices are coming down. He's like Pee Wee Herman. $100 trillion, $100 billion are what gas prices and drug prices are dropping. It's fucking amazing. By the way, in case you were wondering, this is the We Ain't Right podcast, baby. That's us. We are comedians, writers, trying to make sense of this fucked up time we're in. In a way, it's glorious because we live in such an unprecedented moment. And then in every other way, how fucking unlucky are we to be here for this as well? I am comedian Jerry Rocha. Let's say hi, everybody.
Courtney Subtle, writer.
Ty Barnett, comedian, actor, writer.
Eddie Pence, all those things too.
All those things. Look at that. Here we are.
You got to let people know, man, we're only here for a couple more days because the rapture's coming.
That's true.
It's coming. This is it.
Well, I don't think I'm being raptured. I think I'll probably stay here.
Get those subscriptions.
I don't think I'm being raptured.
5-star ratings in as quick as possible before the rapture. Let's get those numbers up before the rapture.
Could you imagine the Lord telling me, all right, I was about to rapture everybody. Hold on. Let's get them like buttons up. Let's go.
Hey, come on. Get those clicks.
I think we are lucky. The 4 people here are because according to Trump, 300 million people have died from drugs.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So we're like 4 of the Americans that are left. So actually the rapture's already come.
It already hit us.
And I don't even know if there's anybody listening to us. Is there anybody left alive?
See if these houses are empty. If these houses are empty.
I'm going to go get me a casa.
I'll go squat somewhere. Fuck it.
I think I might be moving to a gated community.
Yeah, I think this might be nice. I think this is going to be pretty good.
17 trillion and 300 million. I mean, let's get some 1,500%. I'm just loving this. We could listen. Taylor Swift had the Eras Tour. We put Trump and Jerry Jones on a bus. We can call it the Errors Tour.
The Errors. There we go. Errors.
And then some octogenarian stuff.
Dunk out the gate. Dunk out the gate.
Right off the bat. So I got to tell you guys this. I don't mean to get too personal, but I was really upset over the memorial that happened this past weekend because Eddie was there when it happened. So about 5.5, 6 years ago, my dear mother passed away unexpectedly out of the blue. And at her memorial service, I, of course, gave a eulogy. It took everything just to even stand up there. I couldn't believe this woman who'd been such a part of my life was now taken away at such an age when it was not fair. And I remember walking out to address her family and her friends and her loved ones to this giant pyrotechnic display, and I also had Lagrange by ZZ Top playing. As I sprinted, I dove over her casket and then ran up to the podium, and they fucking ripped me the fuck off. Yeah. I am so pissed. Yeah. They ripped me. I did that for my mother, and these motherfuckers ripped me off. Fuck them. I'm just upset. I'm pissed.
I am very surprised that they didn't even turn it into a casket match.
Yeah.
Let's just come on. Let's Undertaker out. Let's just go all in, man.
Just have his body raise up out of the casket.
What are we doing?
A casket match. A fucking casket.
And then the lights go down. You hear dome.
That's
dome.
Like,
my God, he's here! My God, the Undertaker's here!
I'm not even bullshitting. When Eddie said, when we were off air, when Eddie said that they had pyrotechnics, I literally was waiting for you to say, "I'm just kidding."
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. You know, one of my dear friends, I know Eddie knows her, I'm sure Ty knows her, is Cristela Alonso. Mm-hmm. And we started together. She had the funniest post. She's like, this memorial service is like a very serious episode of Monday Night Raw. Like, it was perfect. It was perfect. Like, and I was wondering what stage of grief is coming out to pyrotechnics to eulogize.
I think it comes right before paraphrasing Mein Kampf.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, we get it. Yeah. This is, hey, listen, man, if you want to get young racists to not look at being young racists.
Yeah.
Pyrotechnics, put pretty people out there.
Yeah.
Make it be this whole light show because in all seriousness, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're presenting this as hey, you guys, look, this is totally normal for us to celebrate this way. One, if you're out here and this is really as solemn of an occasion, how does the wife have no tears? No tears?
Ty, she didn't have tears when she gave the one 5 days earlier. And it was like, what the fuck? When she said that. Yes. And then when she said that creepy ass shit about, I told our daughter that he's on a work trip with Jesus. I was like, this is out of fucking The Naked Gun. This is Police Squad. Tell him a monster came and took him to Daddy Heaven. Like, what the fuck is she saying? Like, and then that weird, and then Ty, to go in with the absurdity of it all. After she gives this barely faking tears eulogy, then it does become a Jake the Snake Roberts promo. Like, you have no idea what you've just unleashed upon the world. Like, it was like, what the fuck? What is this?
Let me say, I've seen more emotion from dudes who lost their NBA 2K profiles. I've seen more upset. I've seen more tears from dudes who players got erased from 2K. Their VC points meant so much to them, to where they're like, "Oh my God, I've seen relationships end."
Oh, fuck!
You just lost your husband, and you're telling me no snot, nothing. Most people would be inconsolable.
Yep. Courtney Love was sadder, and she probably had Kurt Cobain killed. Think about that. Courtney Love, and there's a rumor she had him murdered, and she was more broken up over it.
Yeah.
Like, unbelievable.
How, man? How?
And they expect us to believe that this guy was some fucking saint after all this, when not one motherfucker who was close to him looked like they gave a fuck. He was gone.
No family? That's
no family. Like, no family was there.
Fucking insane, bro.
Yeah.
No one else wanted to speak up? I'm going to give her some props on this. You know, I don't know how people grieve. I know that she could have been an inciting incident. And instead, whether it was fake or not, or emotions or what, she chose to talk about forgiveness. She chose to talk about the gospel. She chose to talk. Now, the rest of the people on that on that stage. Didn't choose to do that, but she could have literally become.
But not the first time though. The first eulogy she
that.
gave,
I'm just saying
she was talking shit. She was like, "We're not gonna. You don't know what you've just unleashed. Like, what the fuck?"
And don't forget when she said. Don't forget when she said, "You know what to do."
Yeah,
You know what to do.
That was the same thing.
To do.
Yep. That was the same as stand back and stand by. Same thing as stand back and stand by.
I'm just going to say she was at the raw point right then. That was right after it happened. I'm not going to say what she said was right because it wasn't.
Right.
I think it was a lot more measured. I'm going to be the contrarian here and say she was a lot more measured, and she.
You're talking about at the main memorial.
Yeah, at the main memorial. Yeah. She was a lot more measured. She talked about
the WrestleMania one, not the house show.
Right.
No.
Yeah. not the untelevised one, but the main event. Yeah.
It's so funny. Courtney's like, she was measured. She was talking about forgiveness. The only problem is she still had a pyrotechnic display, and she still came out to ba 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 da da da. Let's go, girls! Like that was how fucking absurd it was.
I'm surprised it wasn't
I don't know that she was the one that planned the pyrotechnics.
Can't you say no? You can say no if it's your husband's.
They did everything where she's like, "I forgive you." Y'all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, she got Courtney. She was measured, and then she took out the t-shirt gun and started blasting t-shirts to everybody who was there.
Just giving out tariffs. Tariff for you. Tariff for you.
You get a tariff. You get a tariff.
All right.
Oh man.
And man, the thing about it is, it's so absurd. And then because you know why it's happening. Like the people with common sense know why they're making this a big deal. Like with the whole thing of making it a day of remembrance, which just as you guys see the difference in how our country is literally, I don't know what to call this versus other countries. They had a moment of silence with multiple sports teams here, which I thought that wasn't a thing because you can't even take a knee in this country.
Fucking insane.
All of a sudden you can do that. But then they tried to do a moment of silence in the UK, and they were like, "Get the fuck out of here with that."
Now we're not here for this. We're not here for this. This is a fucking soccer game.
Well, they're trying to make they're trying to make a national holiday too, isn't that bill got submitted?
They wanted to make it. They want to make it a day of remembrance, and I'm like, so you want to now? Here's where we're fucking this up. Are you telling us we got to remember him how he really was?
Yeah.
I remember him saying black pilots unqualified. I remember him saying women aren't.
Black women have underdeveloped brains, and they take jobs from white men.
Submit to your husband. Submit to your husband's a nice bumper sticker. That's a nice bumper sticker to have.
That's a nice bumper sticker to wear. Like what the fuck, dude? That is the absurd attempt to prop this guy up as a fucking saint when all you have to do is listen to 3 seconds of any one of his fucking podcasts,
dude.
And you're like, what the fuck?
The minute the word came across that he had passed, they were in their meeting room just like grinding their hands together, going, "Oh, this is exactly what we needed."
Yeah, it's just like when Trump got assassinated, or
it's exactly what we needed.
They were just like, "Oh, this is the." I mean, I was reading posts of like, "We just won the election."
Yeah,
it was like they leaped right on it. They didn't.
What a gift we've been given with his assassination. What a gift!
This assassination attempt, and now this poor bastard actually does get murdered. And they're like, again, Trump couldn't give a fuck anyway.
Oh, not at all.
That's the ultimate test, I think, for like, how did this person matter? You can tell.
Dude, he would have the same reaction if it was Don Jr. or Eric. Yes, he doesn't give a fuck about anybody.
He wouldn't. If they all
anybody.
If all of them got shot at once, he'd be like, "Well, it's a horrible thing, but look at this. We have a new gold toilet." Yeah, is Obama still alive? Okay. Fuck him.
No, he'd go, who?
Yeah. Wait, which one was which? Which one was which?
Please tell me it wasn't the one that I want to marry.
Yeah.
Did you see his speech the other night? We can't say a word about Charlie Kirk, but he goes and he starts talking about Biden's cancer and about what a mean SOB is.
Don't feel sad for him.
Don't feel bad.
Don't feel bad for him.
Where's the Christians on that? Where's the Christians on that?
Where are they?
And this is the part it's the most insane. And I had a conversation with somebody about this, and he was like, "Well, the left just needs." I said, "I don't want to hear another goddamn word about how the left should be better about this." No. Literally put a target on the back of Americans the same afternoon it happened, and didn't apologize. Fox said we will avenge him. Then you have motherfuckers in these other networks literally putting out videos.
They were still contaminating the crime scene when he was putting a target on the left's back. They weren't even done fucking up the crime scene yet.
That elder TikTok dickwad was still grabbing blood-soaked T-shirts from the merch booth that he was going to try to sell. Did you see that guy, elder TikTok? Did you see that guy?
No.
He was so the second Charlie Kirk got shot, this fucking mutt is there he's going, yo, Charlie Kirk. He's like a Tongan guy who lives in Utah, and he has a big TikTok following. And he's like, yo, Charlie Kirk just got shot. Yo, follow Elder TikTok. Follow Elder TikTok for updates. And then there is a picture of him running and trying to grab blood-soaked T-shirts from the merch booth to try and sell. Those are the people that were mourning.
They don't care about each other. They don't. They use each other and they're useful to each other, but they care less about it, bro. Everything is a grift with them. Every fucking thing is a grift, or it's an identity thing to attach themselves to. So I don't really know. I don't know how the rest of this plays out with this, because more people are gonna have to go on for that dude for because the more what they say, like I said, don't commit a crime. The best way to commit a crime is by yourself, because the more people you commit the crime with, the more people you have to
can write a book, can rat you out. Absolutely.
Exactly. You got the first thing that happened, in my opinion, was the fake attempt. So the fake attempt. Now you got all these people that pretended to do this. They can't say shit. They know if they say something, it's over. So then you got
it's over.
This thing right here, it goes even deeper, because I never thought it was the left, because I'm like, first of all, how do we go from we should get rid of guns to now we're fucking John Wick snipers? Right. Thing. So this happened on their end, but the thing is, his side, Charlie Kirk's side, is starting to question them.
Yeah,
they're not even questioning the left. I know they threw the left as red meat. I know that.
Right.
Even they are like, well, wait a minute, something don't seem right about this.
Yeah.
So that infighting is happening between all of them now.
And Courtney, I don't know if we talked a little bit about this, but Courtney had that great point to me when we were I was taking him because he still likes to get his mail delivered by mule. And so I was taking him to the
Pony Express, baby.
Pony Express. But no, Courtney and I were talking about, and Courtney, please, even if you said it last week, please reiterate, because we talked about and just how much of a rabid free-for-all it's been for people to try to grab that turning point brass ring, because there's a lot of fucking money. It's a lot of fucking money, and there's a big audience. And you said it's a look at what it's going to be like when Trump goes, right? Like, it's just going to be a free-for-all. And like you said, what did you tell me today? It's already happening. He's not even dead yet. He's pretty close looking to it, but he's not even gone yet. And it's already started, right? Mm-hmm. Like, they're already vying for that spot. So, Courtney, please elaborate, because you said it perfectly.
Trump is a heartbeat that's decomposing in front of our eyes, literally falling to pieces. And you've got the Vance tech bros on one side. You've got like the Marco Rubio regulars on the other. You've got the Turning Point and then the Steve Bannon faction. These are all factions. Now, the Republican Party has always marched in lockstep, right? They might have inter-party squabbles behind closed doors,
but we never hear about it.
We never hear about it. Their message is lockstep, and that's why a minority party can win elections, is because they all vote the same, they say the same, they do the same. That's all gone now. That's all gone down, and this Turning Point USA thing is going to be is an example of exactly what's going on. They're fighting each other because they want the mantle, and they're fighting it before the king is dead. The king.
Have we ever seen this?
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever seen this in
never
our lifetime,
seen anything like this before from the
Republican Party is not lockstep.
No.
It's kind of fucking wild.
No.
It's crazy to see.
Rand Paul, you've got Ted Cruz,
right.
You on one side calling out.
I know. Right? I know.
Rand Paul calling out the First Amendment thing.
When Rand Paul says something I agree with.
The Epstein thing. They're fractured, and it's just going to get worse because, as our good friend Ty says, it's all about the grift, and everybody wants a slice of that pie.
They all do. They all do.
So it's going to be savage. The infighting is savage, and it's going to, it ain't going to get
It's not
better.
going to end. It's not going to end. And to the point about the slice of a pie, something very fascinating happened before we started recording today. Jimmy Kimmel is back.
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel, 6 days. The big, mighty Republican FCC, the MAGA FCC, held him down for 6 fucking days. Really 4, because you don't count Saturday or Sunday in late night television. So let's talk about this. Eddie, you had the funniest line. You said someone from Disney. What'd they finally do?
What did I say? I forgot.
They finally watched Andor.
Oh, they finally watched Andor. Yeah.
Yeah, someone at Disney finally
they watched the second season of Andor and like, oh wait,
we're the bad.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's us. Oops. Yeah. This is what do you?
Oh,
what do you?
You mean Luke was the good guy? Oh,
Empire was bad.
Get the fuck out of here! Wait, so the guy who went in, the guy who did the lightsaber version of a school shooting at the Jedi Temple, that was the bad guy. Okay.
Our bad.
Well, that and $4 billion in losses.
Yeah.
There's more. They lost another 1% today. That was
money speaks.
Yeah.
More than morality.
So here's a question I have for you, Ty, because I know what do you think is going to happen now? Do you think the right is going to try to boycott Disney? And if they do, is it going to be nearly as effective as everyone else boycotting Disney?
Here's the thing I never understood about this specific thing.
Yeah.
His supporters don't watch Disney. They
don't
like Disney. They don't support that. They don't support wokeness. They don't support inclusion.
Yep.
That's the thing I never got about it. I'm like, Disney, why are you caving to the people that don't even fuck with
you? They're like you. They stopped watching Disney the second that lesbian was shooting ice cubes out of her fucking hands. Fucking Frog Prince. They're like, wait a minute, Black Little Mermaid, the lesbian.
Well, the minute they cast anyone other than Lando Calrissian as the black man in Star Wars, they were out.
That's it. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't understand why they would go that route in the first place. I'm like, you're caving to an audience that doesn't even give you money. The people who give money to Disney are the people that believe in inclusion, are the people that believe in
that's why they lost $4 billion.
Yes.
Exactly.
You know, can I tell you all a story to what Eddie's point was? So years ago when I lived, Eddie, remember my apartment on Agnes?
Yeah.
The one where we first started, the cell block D, as I would call it. It was the tiniest apartment ever. But several of my neighbors were LAPD. And nicest guys, one-on-one. They start talking about work. You're like, these are fucking bigots. Like, you know what I mean? And we had a Super Bowl party. One of them threw a Super Bowl party. We're all there. And the trailer for Force Awakens, I think I might have told you all this. The trailer for Force Awakens and that famous shot of the desert. And you see John Boyega pop up into frame like panicking. And yes. And,
hey, let me see if I can get it more accurate.
Let's do it. There it is.
Did you read for that? Did you read for Finn?
That's amazing.
I wish.
It's pretty good.
And one of the cops, I hope y'all are sitting down for this. One of the members of the LAPD, I hope you're not too shocked, literally said, swear to God, why does it have to be a black guy? Yeah. That's what he said. And I just said, and we didn't really talk really ever again after that, because I said, what do you give a shit? I said, it could be a fucking squid. There's like 1 billion aliens. It's Star Wars. What do you give a fucking horse, a fucking seahorse could pop up and be the hero.
Accepted that more.
Right.
Right. Seahorses in.
Oh, look.
Nice. They brought the seahorse.
Oh, thank God. Thank God there's not too much pigmentation in that seahorse's skin. Like it was fucking crazy.
Well, but that's what I was saying is that them choosing to side with him initially never made sense to me. I'm like, you do understand that this is going to fuck with you because
I think
talk shit about Disney since the girl, what's the girl, the Gina
Carano.
Gina Carano.
Yeah, they were already they stopped, even if they were fucking with Disney, then they said they were.
That was it.
Yeah,
that was it.
And that wasn't a free speech issue, by the way. So
not at all.
I just want to make sure all the idiots that think that was the same thing as what happened to Kimmel.
Absolutely not.
Can you tell them, Eddie? Because a lot of people don't understand. Because I've already seen 2 people comment on my page.
It's the same fight I've had all week with people online. They think that Disney. When you work with Disney, you got to sign a morality clause.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Which basically specifies things you can and cannot do.
Yep.
She kept doing these things. Disney was like, "Hey, you're in violation of your contract. Stop posting these things."
Right.
She said, "F off, Disney. I'm gonna keep doing it." She kept doing it. Disney's like, "Oh, you're in breach of contract. You're fired."
Right.
Not a free speech issue.
Not at all.
This one, Kimmel's thing was the FCC's like, "Hey, either you do something or we will." Disney panicked, took it off the air because they were being coerced by the FCC, which is a government agency. That's a First Amendment issue.
Yes.
Not the same fucking thing.
Not even close.
What people don't get, man, is you have a right. Like she had a right to feel what you want to feel privately, but when you work for a company, that is what
you're representing the company. You're an extension of the company.
Exactly. I told, and it stopped me if I told you guys this. A friend of mine, we were friends for years, a super close dude, and early stages of Facebook or whatever. Yeah. He used to post these things in absolutes. He would say white devils and all this type of stuff, and he would tag me in these things.
Oh God!
Wow.
And I would have to tell him, I'm like, bro, you can't. First of all, you talking like this is one thing, but you can't tag me in this because I don't want them to think that I think like this. I work for these companies, bro.
Yeah.
I can't take that chance. And he's like, well, you understand? I said, no, you don't understand. These people, when you work for these people, you have to understand. You, like you said, Eddie, you represent the brand, the company. That's it. So I never understood why they didn't see the difference between the FCC thing versus a breach of contract morality clause.
Yeah, and they kept going. Free speech is not freedom of consequence. I agree with you. Free speech is not free of consequence. Right. But the First Amendment specifically says the government cannot impinge your right to free speech.
Right.
And that's what happened here.
Was that don't tread on me, right? I thought we still doing that.
I mean, anyone but us is what the flag would say.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's ironic. I don't know if ironic is a word, but the WWE is such a MAGA, fan base. Like Triple H, they're all MAGA people. But why is China not in the Hall of Fame? Real simple. She filmed fucking porns. So if some wrestling fan who's a kid goes, "Oh, China's in the Hall of Fame," who's China? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Same thing with Gina. That's same thing with Gina Carano.
That's right.
Disney, you can't have. Oh, she seems cool. She's my favorite character. What has she said recently? Holy shit!
Yeah. This part. No, that's okay.
Right. And the thing is, another reason it's not a free speech thing is Disney didn't stop Gina Carano from saying those things ever again.
Yeah, they didn't remove her Twitter platform.
No, she just couldn't be on their program anymore.
Yeah.
However, she could still go tweet whatever the fuck she wanted. That wasn't the issue.
Now, Lindsey Graham, as a government official, helped to get 3 Clemson professors fired because of stuff they posted about Charlie Kirk.
Jesus.
That's a First Amendment issue.
Yeah.
You have a senator, sitting senator of South Carolina, making phone calls and causing people to lose their job.
But they hate cancel culture. They hate
cancel culture.
When they get canceled,
Yeah, Courtney, that's a fantastic point, but I'm so sorry to make fun of you. I thought you were going to pipe in when we talked about WWE and say, "Hey, is Chief Wahoo McDaniel still the champ?" We're going to be like, "Courtney, it's been a minute."
I've not heard that name in a long time.
Listen, the Sportatorium was the cathedral.
I was there. I remember that. My dad took me, man.
And
fuck yeah.
This thing they're going to build next July 4th on the White House lawn.
Oh my God.
That's not a cathedral. That's an obscenity.
No, that is
But we got to respect the office, though. We got to respect the office.
Yeah. As two MMA guys beat the fuck out of each other within 30 yards.
Did you hear Dana White's interview where they're actually going to walk from the Oval Office to the ring?
From the Oval.
I heard
That's going to be
the fighters are going to be in the Oval Office, and it's going to follow them through the White House into the ring.
Eddie, I'm being honest. If Trump passes away within the next few months, does this still happen?
No.
Do you think?
No,
you don't think you don't think Dana White pushes JD Vance to have this thing?
It's two different factions. Factions right there. Dana White is with the toxic male masculinity,
right?
Culture.
Podcast
JD
bros.
Vance is with is the
Tech Bros.
Tech Bros. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you. And also, they're going to do the weigh-in at the Lincoln Memorial.
That's right.
Think about that.
This is absurd.
So, what this reminds me of.
This is worse than Idiocracy.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Idiocracy wasn't this absurd. It was not this absurd. It really fucking wasn't.
But the fact that we, and this is what the thing. One of the things that makes me the most angry about this is that you were raised to believe that this is a sacred institution. It's a sacred office.
Yes.
Even if you didn't like Nixon, you didn't see Nixon with go-go dancers at the fucking White House. You didn't see Kennedy, womanizer. You didn't see a brothel set up in the back thing. You didn't see any of that. Clinton, you didn't see any. None of you. Remember how people were like, "Oh my God, I can't believe Obama's there. They're going to put a basketball hoop and have the."
But a bowling lane.
Right.
Nixon putting in a bowling lane was no problem. But Obama putting in a basketball court somehow cheapens it. That's so ridiculous.
When I graduated college, I got a job in the Senate. I was an intern for the film and media department of the Senate, the guys that would film the C-SPAN stuff. I was a C-SPAN camera operator for the summer after I graduated. I would have to go. I'd drive in D.C. every day, work in the Capitol building, work in the Senate. Had to wear a button-up shirt. I had to wear tie, pants, and I had to wear dress shoes. One day, I had a pair of nice dark black Vans that I decided to wear because it was uncomfortable to wear dress shoes for 9 hours a day. I had to wear dark. I got sent home to put on dress shoes.
Wow.
They're going to have two dudes in their fucking underwear on the White House lawn beating the shit out of each other.
Ty, I got to tell about Nixon. He designed uniforms for the Secret Service. They lasted like 2 days, and everybody said much. This is Nixon did this. You can look it up. It's hilarious.
Wow.
They look like I don't know, circus guys, whatever, like they're the ringmasters, but guys that have fascist tendencies love spectacle. They love friggin' props. Hitler had the Nuremberg rallies. He had the Berlin Olympics in 1936, and now we've got military parades, and we've got this obscenity at the White House with the UFC. And the fireworks going off at Charlie Cook's memorial, it's all spectacle. To inflame the masses, I guess. I don't know, but it's not a good feeling. But besides the obscenity, it's just the symbolism of what they're doing is really bothering me.
And that, to your point, though, Courtney, it's one thing for him to do it. It's one thing for the people to be letting him do it. My thing is, if you are truly a patriot, and you really love this country and you love what it stands for, and you believe, let's say you believe all the stuff that you say and in the sanctity of everything, and you should be outraged by that, even if it's your guy doing it.
Absolutely.
If you are a hardcore veteran and like, no, man, I didn't fucking sign up.
I didn't fight for this. I didn't fight for this.
That's
I
all.
I lost my legs for this. I lost my fucking legs for this shit.
For this bullshit. You telling me they're gonna have a camera crew walking through the White House? I can just see the spies now. Like, okay, cool. Let's see this.
This will be easy.
This
will be real fucking easy.
We'll just tap into the feed. Did you guys see the picture I sent of the ballroom addition to the White House? I mean, I can't wrap my head around that we're building these monuments to one guy's ego
to a fucking
on
pedophile,
our property.
to a fucking pedophile.
Pedophile.
It's a pedophile.
Let's start there. 34-time convicted felon and a pedophile.
Right.
This is why other countries have been looking at America the way it looks at this country now. Yeah. And when you say that to people, and it's funny, I think Eddie just said it's a symbolism or something. Somebody says, America, no one does symbolism like America. We are the best at. We're the best at saying we are the best.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great at branding.
With
Great
super
at branding.
great. But the
Yeah.
substance of what we say is trash.
Yeah.
It is
Right.
fucking trash because you don't see it in how we treat veterans. You don't see it in how we treat our citizens. You don't see it in how we really like say, hey, let's have this be fair and just and united. We have turned this country into something that
A religion. We turned it into a religion.
Yeah.
this
You
is
can, all you can do is talk about how great it is. You can't point out the flaws in it.
not
Right.
you can't find
It's a religion. That's
Yep,
all it
right.
is. That's
Right.
all America's become is a religion.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you think this ballroom even gets finished?
I don't know. I know there's going to be some lawsuits about
Right.
it because he said he was going to spend his own money. It's on public property.
Bullshit.
The plans have to be approved.
Bullshit.
And
To get anything built in DC takes years.
Yes.
And the
And-
fact that they're breaking ground on it now is
Yeah.
fucking infuriating and
also,
illegal.
it's not his money. You guys know how he's getting the money for this?
Yeah.
He's hitting up corporations
Yeah.
to fund it. He's
Yeah.
he's literally basically extorting corporations to fund
Tim
his-
Cook.
his
Tim
money.
Cook is
There you
footing the
go.
bill for this.
Who
Right.
built who put up the flagpoles? I wonder who actually paid for those.
Right.
Not him.
Was it our
No.
money?
No, has to be. Had to have been. It wasn't him. It wasn't him.
I
Do you-
mean,
do you
he's got to
think-
be
no way in the world
compensated.
he's using his money.
This giant flagpoles. I mean, come on, guys. He's
If he gets
compensated
the
for something, right?
ballroom built, does he name it after
Two
himself?
giant. Oh yeah.
Oh, you already
The
know.
ballroom.
You
Yeah.
already know.
Yeah.
The
That's
Trump
what-
ballroom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's,
Trump,
gonna,
the
it's not gonna be
ballroom.
that. It's gonna be Trump and his massive dick ballroom.
But is it going to
He's
be the
gonna have to go
Capital
there.
One ballroom? I mean, these guys are getting corporate money, so is it going
Right.
to be tagged like a
Dude,
SoFi Stadium?
Jesus Christ, they're gonna sell the naming rights.
Yeah, sell
I
the
mean,
things. So
Those mock-ups.
But
look
this is why it has to come back to, and what has to happen for these people to say, okay, this is not good. And
Right.
I gotta reiterate this. This is September 22nd. This dude has had time to trash the Constitution.
Yeah.
Executive order after executive order. He's giving billionaires more money. He's had military parades, which all of this shit was garbage. All these things in National Guards, different places. Yet and still, not even one piece of legislation to help with gas, groceries, cost of living, nothing.
Nothing.
Inflation,
Housing. The housing
unemployment,
crisis.
Housing crisis, everything that the average citizen needs, he's done. Have you noticed, by the way, when's the last time he even mentioned helping the American public with the cost of living?
no.
Not once.
November 5th.
November.
Exactly.
Yeah, November.
Right.
Exactly. He ain't
Yeah.
said shit about it this year.
Yeah.
He says it as if it's already happened. Inflation is down.
Yes,
Prices are.
that's what he does,
says
Courtney.
Like
Yeah.
he's in a fantasy world.
Yeah, but Courtney's absolutely right. He does the bullshit lie of no, it's already done. Like, why do I need to mention it?
Yeah, but then
I've
he'll
already-
he'll say that, and then there's a massive distraction for 2 weeks, and then he'll have to say it again, and then another manufactured distraction pops up.
But now, see, that's what worries me though, Eddie, is that this Charlie Kirk thing was a massive thing to distract from the files, the Epstein files.
Right. Yeah.
And I did a video about this a while back. I said he's getting more and more desperate, and everything he does to do the more desperate he gets, the more shit he's going to do that's going to affect
Yeah.
us. So that's why you saw this dude when the body wasn't even cold. When's the last time, and Courtney, I need your opinion on this. When's the last time you saw a president from the Oval Office address the nation about a private citizen, and in that address say we're at war with half the country? And now, mind you, no one's in custody at that point. Not a single person.
That would be. I was serving coffee in the Johnson administration in 1858, and yeah, that was the last time. And then of course we had a civil war. So yeah, I'm a little upset. Listen, Ty, I'm going to tell you this is all flack, right? Everything that we're doing is a giant distraction from everything that's going on. I know I sent you some of the polling. Yeah. I sent you another one today. While all of this is going on, and this is before the cuts to Medicare and Medicaid, this is before the food stamp cuts, this is before everybody's ACA premiums double. That's coming really quick. This is before the government shutdown. And MAGA Mike today, he just sent everybody home. called off all the votes because they don't have the votes to keep the government open. So October 1st, we're going to do that. In the generic ballot, Dems are already up 8 points without any of that happening. So while all this stuff is going on and the Charlie Kirks and the Jimmy Kimmels, and we're paying a lot of attention to that, and just the baseline numbers and what everybody feels, there's something that's happening. So you can look at the distraction and be depressed and be upset about it, but it's trending in democracy.
And also, all that redistricting took place in Texas. I don't think they factored in how much Latino votes he hemorrhaged
big time
this past year.
No, they don't. That's something they do not realize. Something that Courtney and I have talked about before this podcast is this could backfire. Just the Texas redistricting could, in fact, backfire on this administration in a way they will be completely taken off guard by. It could, they could end up losing a majority of the seats in Texas, and that would be the funniest fucking thing. But it's not out of the realm of possibility.
They diluted 10 districts to strengthen those 5 districts and take them away from Dems. And those 10 districts, the reason they deleted them because they counted on that Latino vote, which they're losing.
Yeah, they're losing.
So I don't know.
Probably not a good idea to round up all your voters and stick them in a fucking prison.
What I hope happens with that though is, again, and I said it before, my issue is not, and my depression didn't come from him. It came from other human beings. I'm like,
right.
How is this dude fucking y'all over, and you still are trying to rationalize that guy? Yeah. But here's at the same time, by the way, that they're still talking shit about the previous person. Yeah. Like I can see if they said, "Oh my God, we made a huge mistake.
Yeah,
Biden wasn't that bad. We made a huge mistake." But they're like, I guess what he's doing is fine, but Biden was horrible. What are you doing? Either you have common sense and you know that what you're saying is a lie, or you're so ingrained in this cult, and this has become so much of who you are that you literally don't know how to criticize this guy.
Yep.
To the point where you think it makes you think that a hate-filled heart is always starving, is what it looks like. They just need more, not even close to full. Need more. Give me more.
They have put themselves in such a weird position because, and this is what I think you said it last week, Eddie, is like with these comedians, any of the comedians that have been okay with this, with the censorship thing,
God,
they won't understand. First of all, we can't share the same stage.
No,
I can't fuck with these people anymore. There's no more. I'm done with the get along, the go along, get along, whatever. We're not doing that.
Not with this shit.
You have, once you show me this version of you, I can't trust you. I don't trust anything about you. I don't trust your decency level, your stance. My question is, how was it this easy for this guy to turn you into this person? So the ease at which a lot of people are used to respect and we all used to share the stage with. I remember I saw a post from Sam Tripoli, and he said, "Come on, you guys, we gotta come together because this censorship thing is a bad thing, all that stuff."
Right.
And let me tell you one of the posts I remember from him after November. He said, "We dodged a bullet by not getting Kamala Harris."
Oh boy.
That same person now is saying, "Come on, you guys, censorship is bad. We fucking told you this was going to happen. You told us we dodged a bullet by not getting the black woman in."
And now censorship is running rampant. It's like, okay, it's tough, man. It's fucking tough. Like Ty said, it's like if I'm booked on a show now more than ever, I really look at the lineup.
Well,
see, okay,
what time?
How quick can I leave? You know what I mean? Do my time, get the fuck out of there.
It's one thing to like, okay, I know there was a big divide when the pandemic happened. It broke a lot of people.
Sure.
And you had those people that are all anti-vax. COVID's a conspiracy. It's just a cold. You have, and that's okay. Whatever, however your mind wants to do your mental gymnastics to get to that point, so you can feel safe in your world. Fine. But the fact that comedians, when this shit happened with Kimmel, and the First Amendment thing happened, that's in black and white. That's as cut and dry as it gets.
Right there.
And if you choose to do the mental gymnastics on that, then you're broken and there's no coming back for you. I can't.
That's my exact point. Exactly, bro. I can no longer look at you the same way I did before.
No.
Right.
So we're and there's no taking the high road. I'm done with grace. I'm not giving grace to any more of these people because you've shown me who you are. You've shown me that in the story of Andor, The Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars, Jedi, you would be the bad guy.
Yeah.
You'd root for the Empire every time.
You would name names during McCarthy. And you would tell everybody where that little girl is in the attic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Every one of these motherfuckers would be Billy Zane in Titanic.
Yep.
Just pushing a woman out of the way to go hop on a lifeboat.
You know about that, Courtney, right? I'm just kidding.
You were there.
I was on the Lusitania. You guys keep getting that mixed up.
He was a bass player on the band. He was the one guy who stopped and got out.
His bass floated. That's how he survived.
Yeah, that's how I lived.
I got something I want to, because this goes back to, we keep talking about the cult and why they are the way they are.
Yeah.
Christopher Ely wrote something in Lincoln Square. I just want to read just a couple of sentences to you guys. I think that'll answer some of our question. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Democrats keep sidestepping. A huge chunk of MAGA voters are perfectly willing to suffer. They'll put up with higher prices, worse health care, collapsing schools, potholes the size of moon craters, and they'll smile through it so long as the pain lands harder on someone they hate. Right. Call it recreational spite or political CrossFit. The pain is the point, and the workout counts if the libs hurt more. That's the dynamic behind why they support him. And it's all Lyndon Johnson. If you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice you picking his pocket. Hell, give him somebody to look down on, and he'll empty his pockets for you. And that's where we are. That's Christopher Ely. I can't put it any better than that.
But the way our society right now is currently structured, it's going to hit the people in the red states far worse than it's going to hit the people in the blue states.
Those idiots don't even realize.
And that's the thing. They for some reason, no matter how many times you tell them, hey man, you guys know the blue states do fund the red states. No, that's not true.
Right.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Read the words. Oh, who made those up? Go shoot yourself.
I have. I have something.
Sorry. I said shoot yourself.
If there's something I could get your guys' input on, and it's something that's been really bothering me. And we know Trump's not fucking Melania.
No, his dick doesn't work.
Locker room talk?
His dick doesn't work.
Locker room talk? Wait a minute. Wait, Courtney. Is this locker room talk?
It could be.
I think we need to introduce this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for locker room talk. We've talked enough about how shitty everything is. It's locker room talk time. Courtney, you can't just do that. We gotta present this. We need the fucking Charlie Kirk's widow pyrotechnics going off. Right. We need all that for locker room talk.
Okay. There's a couple of things about Melania. When she got off the helicopter with Trump, did you guys see that when she slapped his hand away again?
No.
I wouldn't touch that fucking hand.
Big time. And then he forcefully grabbed her hand like he probably did with some of his other,
Time out. Courtney, time out. Can you blame her? Would you want to touch that fucking hand of his? That fucking nasty ass zombie fucking hand? I don't blame her. I wouldn't want to touch that fucking thing either.
Yeah, but okay, so here's my question for you guys, and it's a two-parter. If she does still fuck him, what kind of meds does she have to be on?
Ambien.
Ambien. And
like
an
time out.
How much per session?
You really think she has a choice in what drug she takes before he fucks her? I'm sorry, Courtney, but whatever it is, that shit was put in her drink 5 minutes before she knew what was going to fucking happen.
Yes,
that shit was.
There's some drug slippage in there.
Okay,
most definitely. Because I do feel like she has the upper hand in the sense of she knows, look, this is an arrangement. I didn't think the contract would be this long. I didn't think if we put it in TV terms, I didn't think we were going to be on this many seasons.
No.
This is how she's looking at it.
I didn't sign on for this.
I didn't jumped the shark.
She was done in 2016, and then they got
Yeah, she was
extended
done
4
by-
years.
Exactly.
Could you imagine?
Look, she probably talked to her agent. Can I just fuck another oligarch or something? Can
You got anybody else? Anyone else?
Anybody.
All right, so
Is
here's-
Putin seeing anybody?
Did you guys see her in the Hamburglar outfit again?
Oh my,
Yeah.
hey man,
oh yeah, oh yeah,
It's like you
Bro.
see nose down,
yeah.
and which leads me to believe, she's fucking somebody. What kind of meds does that dude have to be on to fuck the Hamburglar?
None. She's fucking all the maintenance guys in Mar-a-Lago. They're just happy. They don't even need to be
Man.
drugged up. They're like, oh
Listen.
fuck yeah, we can go fuck the
She-
boss's wife. Sure, that's it. I
that is
guarantee
the
you.
most. This has been the most obvious cuck situation
Oh,
that I've
dude.
ever seen. Because
dude.
first of all, if this dude's already has health issues,
Right.
he's already has a hard time
Right.
doing what he
Right.
got to do. With
His dick hasn't worked since The Apprentice.
Yeah.
Come on.
First season.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. The last time his dick worked good was probably Ivanka's 15th birthday party. All right, there it is. I said it right there. I fucking said it. That was probably the
I put
glory
that
days.
Picture of her sitting on
That
his
was-
lap.
Yeah,
That
was
won't be the clip that we use in the promo. That won't be,
oh fuck.
unless we're trying to get a different demographic.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Then they'll be like,
True.
finally, someone's embracing it.
I
Oh,
see
fuck.
her in her Hamburglar, and it's just like I feel
Sure.
like she's so ashamed she can't even show her eyes.
But
No.
Oh, you know what? Or she's a body double. There was always that.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you this, Courtney, because again, and I say this because I know you have seen, and I told you before, I didn't start really paying attention to politics until 2008. I mean, I knew, of course, about certain things, but really paying attention to 2008. You have seen more detailed administrations than I have. What has been the biggest thing that has made you say, oh my God, I can't believe we went from this to this?
Right. Right.
Wow, that's a great question.
That's a really good one.
I know that this has been an administration unlike any other. I mean, when I was a White House assistant with Herbert Hoover, and then we went into the Great Depression, and the transition from him to Franklin Delano Roosevelt and the
Right.
landslide elections,
Yeah.
that was a change. Now
Yes.
I'm looking at this, and I think that one of the biggest things, and we talk about it on War, we talk about it on this podcast,
Yeah.
is that this whole moral center that the president is supposed to have,
Yeah.
where he unites us,
Doesn't exist.
where in times it's
That's who you turn to.
And
Whether you
that-
voted for him or not, you go
Right.
turn to him for
Right.
in a crisis and feel comfort. Right.
Non-existent, bro.
I
No.
mean, you got Bush on top of the rubble pile at 9/11. You've got Obama after the school shootings.
Yep.
You've got presidents, whether
Yeah.
you agree with them or not, that
Right.
do attempt to try to strike a tone
Yeah.
of humility and balance in the nation. And
Not
that
this
to me
guy.
has been the biggest shock for me since 2016.
Even,
Yeah.
even in Bush's, even in the waning years of the Bush administration, like 2006, 2007, when we all knew he was just a buffoon and Dick
Right.
Cheney was running the country.
Right.
I thought, okay, this guy doesn't align with anything I believe in, but I don't think he's actively trying to hurt
No,
Yeah. Exactly.
Americans.
no.
Exactly.
And I think that's what people have missed is that they say, well, you
Yeah.
just like him.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I don't like him.
Right.
But
Right.
what I also don't like is I don't like that this dude doesn't love the country. He doesn't like this country. What
care
you
less.
what they keep falling for is he hugs a flag. He says, I love America, but literally his actions show otherwise. You're like, well, he said it.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
I mean, anything.
What does that
It's a
mean?
load of shit. Yep,
He said
exactly.
it. And so meanwhile, I told you they wanted to see what Biden is I think unless something drastic changes, I don't know.
Yeah.
Biden was the last president that cared about America.
Yeah.
America.
It-
And I'm talking
yeah.
about
Yep.
he cared about what America stood for.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's the last time you're gonna see that because this dude came in and said, I don't give a fuck about any of this shit, but I'll tell you what you want to hear. Blah, blah,
Right.
blah.
Well,
This is the
he was in the private sector his whole life, so all he gave a shit is about what he can get for himself.
That's it.
He never spent a second doing public service.
Ever.
Exactly.
Ever.
Even as president.
You see what I'm saying? So why
No.
would unions help him? Why would unions support this dude? Why would any worker? Why would any common person support this dude?
Right.
So now, when you see him saying, "I'm taking your federal job, I'm taking your health care, but I'm building a $20 million ballroom. I'm
Right.
taking
200 million.
this, but I'm going to have a UFC event." And there are there's a sector of America that believes in the pyrotechnics more than the healthcare, and that's what's insane to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, it's what I read earlier. It's as long as the other guy is suffering more, the guy that I hate is suffering more, I'm willing to put up with a lot of stuff, a lot of shit. And it's a set. And we don't have the president to lead us out into that, into a kinder, gentler, more, you know.
But the thing is, he doesn't want that.
He doesn't want
No.
It'd be different if someone said, "Hey man, we really got to find a way to do this." He's not open to that. If you go back and look at remember when they only came out and when they were testifying about January 6th, and they showed the video footage of him trying to do the speech and telling people, and he's like, "No, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that part."
Right.
Like, motherfucker, they just tried to storm the Capitol. You got to say what's on the like.
Yeah.
If I say it like that, can I just say?
I don't want to say I lost the election. I don't want to say that.
Right. Fucking unreal. Well, my goodness.
Get back in the job.
Yeah. Well, there it is. That is the $1 billion question. And there we are. Another We Ain't Right podcast in the books. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Please like, subscribe to us, give us a 5-star rating, positive text review if you're on iTunes, all that. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, leave comments, even trolls. We'll take it. We don't care.
Helps the algorithm. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you all so much. We will be back next week. Say goodbye, everybody.
We're going to talk about Stupid Mafia next week.
Oh, maybe.
Hopefully. And
we have no idea. We have no idea.
Change.
Yeah, something crazier.
We're going to talk about the Stupid Mafia administration.
I do want people to understand, and I think people need to, if you guys take anything from our show, go talk to people. Yeah, because we are going to have to fix this, and people have to get back to wanting to explain what's happening, because what I fear is going to happen is one day something catastrophic will happen, and they'll be like, well, among other things, they'll be like, how did we get here? And like, we got to stop talking to each other. So we got to get back to communicating.
Love it. All right. Thank you all. Stay safe out there. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Later.
Peace.
Bye.